680's Richard Southern joins us again. Hello, Richard.
Francis, how you doing?
Not bad. Now, we all remember last week's hydrovolt explosion in the financial district, but
you were all over it.
We were, absolutely. Yeah. I'm a little surprised, though, by the long-lasting impact along King Street. What's going on?
It is. An RBC building there on King West, Francis, will be closed for at least 6 months following that explosion that rocked the financial district last Monday, sent people scurrying along King Street West. Luckily, no one was injured, but the RBC building at 20 King West will be closed for at least 6 months based on an environmental assessment that was just done. Apparently, there was an awful lot of smoke damage. I mean, you can understand it. Look at all that smoke that came up from the vaults. Royal Bank says that employees will be moved to other offices around the city, and they're actually considering renting another office for the meantime. Toronto Hydro hasn't yet completed their investigation into what caused that explosion.
Well, there's a new study out that finds that legal marijuana sales won't be taking the buzz out of the booze biz.
Yeah, there's been a lot of debate about, what will happen to alcohol sales when Canada legalizes marijuana next July. The Anderson Economic Group, which is a business consulting firm, says legal pot will only impact Canadian alcohol sales to the tune of 1%, sapping just $160 million out of the country's $22 billion booze sector. Though the head of Molson Coors, the big Canadian brewer, says there's conflicting data about what marijuana legalization will do to alcohol sales. He says he's watching it closely. The beer market here in Canada worth $9.2 billion. It's expected to take a $70 billion hit as a result of legal pot, Francis.
Okay, but let's get to the real important story of the day, because you're looking at a major bank that's looking into data with, what are the costs of a pint of beer around the world? And where does Toronto rank? We need to know.
I'm going to show you. Very important. We're maybe probably in the middle. Most expensive city in the world to grab a pint at a neighborhood pub, Oslo, Norway. And these are all Canadian dollars we're looking at. $13.52 for a pint in Norway. Singapore next, $12.99, followed by Hong Kong. In New York City, it's $10.11 on average. Here in Toronto, they pegged the average pint at $6.97.
Wow.
I'd say that's about right.
And it's good beer.
It's great beer. We got some local craft brew here. Ottawa, a little bit below that, $6.69. The cheapest cities, Johannesburg, South Africa, $2.32. And let's go to Prague. We'd save a ton of money, Francis, at $1.78 a pint there in Prague.
It's like bottled water in Prague, isn't it?
It flows like bottled water. It's cheap as ever. So that's our next vacation destination, I think.
All right, book us. So there's a new hip fashion trend in Parkdale. It's No Frills.
This is a wild one. So Parkdale hipsters, Francis, they have some hot new threads, but of course, we haven't heard of them yet. We're not cool enough. So let me fill you in. Apparently, those in Parkdale were really excited when a No Frills at King and Jameson reopened. So to celebrate, a group called Parkdale Life has had these T-shirts made up featuring the No Frills distinctive yellow and black colors and its banana logo. They're selling these tees today with proceeds going to the Parkdale Community Food Bank. The Loblaws own company, No Frills, doesn't mind this one bit. It fits right in with their new marketing strategy, which focuses on cheap being the new sexy. Being no frills and being cheap, that's the in thing right now, apparently, Francis. So they're embracing this image that's being depicted in Parkdale. It's hipster cool to wear a No Frills T-shirt now.
Be nice to see if Loblaw makes a donation as well.
Yeah, nice to see that. A good place there, the food bank.
Now, good grief, Charlie Brown, the Peanuts gang of cartoon characters are about to become Canadian?
Yes, DHX Media, Halifax-based company. They have bought the rights to Charles Schultz's characters for $345 million US, and the agreement has the blessing of Schultz's widow. She will continue to have a 20% stake in the rights to Peanuts. DHX adding Peanuts to its growing list of children's properties, which now includes the rights to the Teletubbies, Inspector Gadget, and Degrassi. Guess, Francis, we got to get Charlie Brown a double-double and a Leaf jersey now that he's Canadian.
Well, let's be honest. I think he's fleeing Trump. Right?
He's getting out of Dodge. He wants to come to Canada now.
It's better here. We have health care that works for people.
He'll like it. He's kind of a down guy. He'll like it here. He'll be all right.
All right. Thank you, Richard.